Well, she's much more than just an influencer. She's a very creative entertainer. My guest today is Kusha Kapila, immensely talented woman. Thank you for joining us, Kusha, first of all.
Thank you for having me again.
This is India Today E Mind Rocks. Well, first up, I have to ask you, playing the famous character, Billy Marcy, how did you develop this character?
This was actually just developed in a studio with my other colleagues and the creative director of the series. And we were just trying out different voices and we were just having fun because a studio is a very fluid space where you can do anything. And I was impersonating people, some from memory, some from what I'd seen at Fashion Weeks. And it just started and I just tried a different voice. And the director was like, can we do a character on this? And that's how it started, literally like that. Super improv.
So before we move on, can you give us a glimpse of what Billy Marcy is feeling right now with the unlock process that has just started?
Oh, what can I say? देखो अब क्या है अब कोविड है तो है क्या कर सकते हैं रहना तो यही है घर तो यही है ना तो यही करना पड़ेगा जब खुलेगा आनंदा चले जाएंगे रिजर्वेनेशन के लिए अभी नहीं जा सकते हैं तो अभी इसी से काम चलाना पड़ेगा चलो कोको मेरी ग्रीन टी लेकर आओ sakura white thank you
So Billy Marcy is this high-end, uppity, very in-your-face type of woman, right?
Yeah, she is very brash, very obnoxious, I would say, and says exactly what's on her mind, doesn't hold back, uninhibited, absolutely.
Right, so from studying fashion designing to being a social media influencer, how did this happen and the pros of cons? Pros and cons of being an internet sensation?
So I was working actually in various corporate jobs for about 7 years, 7 to 8 years. And before I actually started doing this, I was working as a fashion and entertainment writer. And then I was bumped up to a junior editor position. And then we just started like experimenting with video ideas because it was told to us that everybody is now consuming content in a video format. It's accessible. Everybody can like watch videos on their phones. That's how they want to understand things. So we also started this, and life actually came a full circle because I was performing all through my school and college, but I never thought of this as a career avenue that I could do something in this. So I did go the conventional route, which was go to college, get a job, work in a job, and like work your way up from there. But when this happened, I felt like जिंदगी ने एक chance दे दिया आपको और वो आपको grab करना है. You have to make the most of it. And I tried to make as much as I could, and then I realized this is exactly what I wanted to do all my life.
So tell me something, how competitive is this world of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, social media?
Yeah, you would actually ask the pros and cons also, which I missed. Yeah,
Yes.
the competitiveness, what you're talking about, I personally don't feel it. I believe in coexistence. I personally think any kind of creator, if they're worth their salt, if they are somebody who is ready to work hard, who's ready to commit, who's ready to be consistent, I feel like their content will work if they have an original voice. I feel there are all kinds of people watching all kinds of content. I tell my mother also there is something called mukbang, which is people just eating food and people watch it for hours. There is a tribe, there is an audience for everything, and I don't feel as much competitive as I feel sometimes overwhelmed by just the volume of online, because just the fact that it's become so democratic, everybody has access to internet, everybody has access to phones.
Yeah.
So which is excellent, which means we see content from all tiers, from all kinds of people, and that's what's the most exciting thing about internet for me is. So the relevancy is something that's a bit of a con, I would say, that you have to constantly work to be relevant. But it's not so much against somebody else, but it's more about against yourself. You have to be better than what you were yesterday.
Right, so being an internet sensation, what are the pros and cons of being an influencer?
I feel the pro is that it's a great job. You've employed yourself, and nothing could be better than that. It's pretty much an entrepreneurial job, I would personally say. But at the same time, if you happen to have an insane passion for this, you wake up extremely motivated, extremely excited about what you have to achieve in that particular day. Uh, it's a week to week, day to day job because you have to churn out content that frequently, depending on what kind of a creator you are. So there's a lot of love, there's a lot of support, and especially if you make content, like my content is viewed by many, many generations. Like a mother and a daughter can watch my content together, so, like they can sit together and watch it. So I get their adulation, which is great. Families write to me that we love you and we watch you together. Cons would be there is hate, if not in equal measure, but there's a certain percentage. But I would not exactly count that as con. I would say just the volume of how much content that there is online. It can get a bit overwhelming. This race of being relevant can get overwhelming. And also at the same time, the fact that everybody has a stake in what you do, they have an opinion, and they should, because if they're watching you, they should have an opinion. So it can sometimes get to you.
So, for everyone watching who looks at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as a serious profession, what does it take to be a social media influencer?
Consistency. I will say, like, even more than talent, it's consistency. I have seen very, very talented individuals not reach the potential that they could because they're not as consistent. They do not have. You have to also identify people around you who can also further what you want to do with your career goal. So it's very important to align yourselves with people. For example, for me, it's important to find a good editor, somebody you can jam with, a writer, because as your work grows, your tribe also needs to grow at the same time. So definitely, I would say consistency. So if somebody who's watching me right now and watching this interview, I will tell you, if you have a phone, if you have internet, start making content, start putting it out, and remember, it's your voice that counts. You have to have an original voice that takes inspiration from your childhood stories, from where you grew up, all of that, and trust me, you'll find people who relate with your content.
Kusha, your thoughts on the TikTok ban? Will creators be able to adapt to other platforms?
It's a decision that's been taken for national security. There were some questions on the authenticity and at the same time the security of the app. So that is something that I don't think I'm qualified to speak about. But for the creators who were actually looking at it as a livelihood, I would tell them that it's never like, I personally think talent is not app based. If you have talent, you can move it to any platform that you want to. So instead of, like, at this point questioning what has happened, and although as detrimental and as terrible that may seem, it is something that cannot be questioned or challenged. So it's best to sort of drive whatever talent, whatever resources you have to other platforms. And I would say try YouTube, try Instagram. On YouTube, you can make money just by putting out your content. You can monetize your content. So there are many, many avenues. And I would tell every creator to have presence on multiple platforms. You never know what app shuts down when, for whatever reasons. You know, the same thing happened when Vine shut down. When Vine shut down, creators were devastated, but they moved to YouTube. Liza Koshy, David Dobrik are such great examples of that. So definitely always have your fingers dipped in one or two different platforms for sure.
And what's been your source for laughs during this lockdown?
My source for laughs has been TV news debates. Debates have been.
That's the funniest.
No, but on
actually.
a very serious note, I love watching YouTube vlogs. I love. I've been going on these. People have come up with such amazing, interesting things. There is a comedian by the name of Samir Raina who does these live streams for chess. So I've started learning chess now, and I've played on his live stream 4 times. So all of this is interesting. You know, you don't always want to, like, surround yourself with content. Sometimes you want to do something completely different. So I've been playing chess weirdly, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that.
Okay, and personally, professionally, what would you say your one magic moment was?
My one magic moment. Oh man,
Yeah.
there was so many. Definitely performing with Pankaj Tripathi. I feel that was something incredible, and I'll tell you why it was magical. There were many other achievements that were very, very sort of life changing for me, but I'll tell you why performing with him was excellent, because he is fantastic at improv. I went as this wide-eyed girl with a script. कि sir आप ये बोल लीजिएगा. And once he comes in front of the camera, he just like folds his hands like that, and he would just say anything that would come from his heart, from his like he romanced the camera. He had fun with the script, and that was when I realized that we are living in such incredible times where an internet creator who's come from like who has no background in this field whatsoever is working with somebody like him who's insanely talented. That's why I love collaborations. Every time I've done that with somebody who's brought such joy, and trust me, watching him perform live is like, I would say it's like an institution in itself.
Talking about watching someone performing live, can you give us a glimpse of some of your characters? Just for the India Today Mind Rocks audience.
No, I'm just thinking which one.
The most
let's
fun
do
ones.
like my Zulmi auntie. Zulmi auntie, somebody like,
हेलो जी सुशांत बेटा जी,
Okay.
ये पीछे लाल लाल बैकग्राउंड लगा के कहाँ चले? आप तो कोरोना में भी काम कर रहे हो, हाँ? आपका तो रोना भी नहीं निकल रहा है. आपका तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो गया, पर मैंने सोच लिया है कि ये जो लोग होते हैं ना जो ऐसे काम करने जाते हैं, मैं इनकी आज से रिस्पेक्ट करूंगी. मेरा भी बहुत काम होता था, मैं बाहर जाती थी गॉसिप वॉसिप करने, मैंने वो भी छोड़ दिया है. तो मेरा आपके लिए बहुत ही रिस्पेक्ट है.
Amazing. And what about the South Delhi girls?
South
You
Delhi
do an
girls is
amazing
just like,
impression. I don't know how you picked that.
Oh हाँ, मैं क्या करूँ? मैं इतने दिन से सैलून नहीं गई हूँ, मैंने अपने नेल्स नहीं कराए हैं, अपने हेयर नहीं ब्लो ड्राई कराए हैं. गुरु माँ मुझे शक्ति दो. गुरु माँ ने बोला था 2020 मेरा सबसे बेहतरीन साल होगा, पर तो सबसे बेकार साल जा रहा है. Oh God, गुरु माँ शक्ति दो.
Who are these South Delhi girls who tortured you? That
No
you
one
impersonate
tortured me.
them
I
so
feel,
well?
see, the thing is, I would always say that people have said there's a certain bit of stereotyping here, but it's all punching up. As long as it's punching up, I don't mind it.
Few questions that were sent to us by fans. Firstly, Abhishek Telly of Department of Communication and Journalism, University of Mumbai asks, Kusha, be it Billy Masi or just you have never left your fans without a bright smile on their faces. Being a social media influencer, how do you think your entire industry is going to emerge? How do you see the future of YouTubers?
It's going to
Abhishek.
get even stronger. Everything is shifting to digital. We don't know the scope of where we are in terms of in this pandemic. We don't know how long it's going to last. There is news of another pandemic maybe setting in. So I would personally say that this is going to get even stronger. And since people have developed new habits of watching online, it's something that they will not sort of snap out of that easily, because it's easier. Everything is easier. I'm working out online. I don't think I want to go to a gym ever.
Another question from Twinkle Darji, Department of Communication, Journalism, University of Mumbai. With reference to the recent unpleasant incident, I think she's talking about Sushant Singh Rajput. Again, the issue of mental health has been trending all over the country. How do you see such social anxieties, and what do you think, how should we deal with those anxieties?
Hi, Twinkle. This is a great question. I happen to have worked with Sushant, and incredibly professional, incredibly reserved. I found him to be the most reserved of all the actors that I'd worked. And this news has been devastating especially for all creative people and for his fans. So definitely mental health is something that needs to be consistently be spoken about, and it should not be in the wake of something as tragic as this. I also believe that when help is required, help should be sought out. And I do it. I have no shame in accepting that I go for therapy, and if it wasn't for it, I don't think I would have had my mental semblance. So it is important to understand what your triggers are, and if it is something that is not controllable, is not beyond control, definitely seek out help. And there are lots of therapists out there who are doing this pro bono. Identify, and there is a list available. I think it's one on my Instagram also. So it is something that needs to be spoken about all year round, every day, all the time.
And just to follow up on that, there's this huge debate now that the suicide has triggered about outsiders versus this elite club in the industry. Have you faced some of that? What do you think about these circles?
My
Do they
universe is very,
isolate
very different,
outsiders?
Vishal.
Is it much tougher?
My universe is extremely different. I belong to a very democratic platform. I belong to a platform where your
Yeah.
caste, your class, your profession, all of that does not matter. I feel if you have a voice, if you have a story that you want to come forward with, you can use the internet for that space. And it is definitely up to creators who are more privileged to sort of amplify voices which they feel are marginalized. At least that's what I try to do. That's what a lot of creators around me try to do. But at the same time, I would say that I have not faced it. I will, and I can't say because I do not belong to this universe. I belong to the internet. I belong to a place
Yeah.
where there is Kabita's kitchen. There is somebody like Bhuvan Bam. There is somebody like me. There is somebody like Nazma Api, Saloni. You know, you have so many different voices. So I've had no experience in this. I have no background. I am somebody who is a girl from Pitampura who lived in a joint family, did not know that at the age of 30, she will be doing all of this. My parents are still shocked. When they see me doing these lives, they sit in a corner on the sofa, and my mother would just like sit like this and figure out what is she doing. So this is a very, very exciting time for me and my family. And we are very, very removed from this world. I am very removed from this world, and I don't think I have a place on the table to even have an opinion on this. But I know that my universe is very, very democratic.
Okay, but when you get that fame, because I was speaking to Farhan Akhtar, spoke to a lot of top dogs in the industry right now, and they told me that handling failure is one thing, but handling success is another. So what would you tell young social media influencers just starting off who just get that, how difficult is it to sustain yourself? Because I think that's the real deal.
I feel
That
like
you
never
keep at
step
it, as
away
you
from the
said.
people who were with
So
you when you
dealing with
started
success.
this journey. They're the only ones who will keep things in perspective for you. They are the only ones who will remind you why you're in it and what you're in it for. Success is a very it's a steep hill, and I'm telling you it's a hill because it does not always remain. It's something that fades with time. It's something, there is a point when you'll have to climb down that mountain. So having that when it comes, don't take it too seriously, so that when it goes, you don't feel anything has actually gone. So focus on yourself, focus on bettering yourself, focus on being a part of better conversations, focus on improving your own sense of self, learn, unlearn, be a better version of yourself every single day, try, take therapy, do all of these things for yourself. Do not look for outside validation to justify your self-worth. These are things I am learning every day, and I'm preaching, trust me, I'm preaching all of this. But I also have to work very, very hard to actually comply with
Work on
these
it.
things. So definitely,
Yeah.
the more you are successful, the lonelier you get, which is the reason why you should hold on to your parents, to your, in my case, my husband, my friends, my parents. I hold on to them so dearly, and they are the ones always giving me a reality check. Oh my God, they are brutal with what they have to tell me. So I'm very glad I have them in my life.
And you mentioned that you worked with Sushant Singh Rajput. Any memories that you can share? Working
It
with
was
him.
for his movie Sonchiriya. I remember when, see, he was such a beautiful man, and we also, it was with him, and I remember that I don't even I it feels, I don't know why, his passing away felt very, very personal, and I didn't know him. I've only worked with him once for a very brief period of time, but he was so professional, so reserved, so put together, so on time, great improv, worked so quickly with us. As creators, that's all the memory we take away, and then share with our own teams who look back at that. So, oh my God, so many DMs I used to get telling me this has felt so personal. So it feels unreal. It absolutely feels unreal.
It is actually unbelievable. He is top of his game, only 34 years old. Well, moving on, let's take another question. Mohit Vaidya, Department of Communication and Journalism, University of Mumbai again. The entire world is dealing with the pandemic. How do you keep up with your schedule, and what do you do to put humorous content in your videos in these times?
Okay, so the humor really comes very, very organically. Maybe because I think like that, I'm always gagging and like I'm always like creating gags. I'm always trying to make light of situations. But some days, all days are not the same. Some days I just lie down and not do anything all day, and that is okay. It's very important to remind yourself to rest enough, because if you don't, you will burn out. And I've had moments where I'm so close to burning out, that I need to like stop, pause for a moment and figure this out. So my schedule is a very simple, like it's my routine is like wake up. I usually know what I have to do throughout the day. I have my to-dos planned 2-3 days in advance, so that is something that I don't have to worry about at all. But at the same time, I'm somebody who works a lot with instinct. Like comedy is very, very instinctive for me. So I wish I could tell you I work very, very hard, but I work very hard on being consistent and producing this. But when it comes to really sort of getting ideas, it till now, Matarani, it comes very naturally to me.
Okay, finally, do you do any impersonations? Like when you started off, did you do any impersonations? Mimic
I
anyone?
didn't
Your
do
favorite ones?
any. I love Kamalika from from one of the
That
K
soap.
serials. She used to do
Yeah.
this vamp character, if we can call it like this
Yes.
negative character. And I used to love everything
Yeah.
she used to do. It was something like she would talk like,
Can you give us a
"मैं
glimpse? Do you
जो
remember?
हूँ तो हूँ." But I can't remember the dialogue right now, but let me just remember. मैं जो हूँ सो हूँ. Something like I'd made some like fun pun on it, but like when you're asking me to impersonate somebody, and I'm drawing a blank. Maybe because we've spoken about really serious stuff in the back, so I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay, finally, let's end this, but I need a positive message from Billy Masi that everything's going to be fine. All's going to be good now.
सबसे ज़्यादा जो ज़रूरत है बिल्ली माँ से क्या है ना, वो मेरे अंदर ही रहती हैं, एकदम मेरे जिगर के बहुत पास रहती हैं. जैसे आपका हर्ट है ना, तो एकदम बीच में है आपके हर्ट को, जब कोई हर्ट कर देता है, तो मैं ना उस हर्ट के साथ एक बहुत ही अच्छा एक मैदान है, वहाँ बैठी रहती हूँ. और जब भी कुशा को चाहिए होता है, मैं बाहर आ जाती हूँ. एंड मैं सबसे पहले क्या करती हूँ ना, मैं रियाज़ करती हूँ. तो आप मेरे साथ सब मिलके हम रियाज़ करेंगे. ये बिल्कुल एक योग जैसे है, तो हम रियाज़ करेंगे, विच इज़ 1 2 3 रियाज़. अंदर से आवाज़ आती है. और अब क्या है ना कि जो पहले तो मेरे भजन बजते थे ना लोटस टेम्पल में, तो आजकल नहीं बज रहे हैं. आजकल मैं ऑनलाइन ही आ जाती हूँ, ऐसे जूम पे आके मैं भजन कर जाती हूँ. एंड अभी क्या है ना, अभी मुझे जाना आएगा क्योंकि मेरा मटन रान गल रहा है. कोको जल्दी कर, थोड़ा देखो ना, स्पाइसेस भी डालने हैं. आपको मैं बस ये कहना चाहूँगी, अब यही है, घर तो यही है, जद्दे तो यही हैं, तो यही रहना पड़ेगा. जस्ट keep going on, don't stop. That's all I would like to say.
Right, Kusha Kapila, aka Billy Masi, thank you so much for joining us. Always great to have you, and thank you. Appreciate you joining us on India Today Mind Rocks.
Happy to come back anytime.
Thank you. Thank you.